Hello, everyone. I'm Sarah from Inkno, and welcome to another ClassPoint User Insights interview. So these are the interviews that we get to talk to our teachers and our users from all over the globe, and they'll tell us expert advice, tips and tricks, and real-life examples of how they're using ClassPoint in the classroom. So today we have a science and research teacher all the way from the Philippines and a YouTube expert, Sir Louis. So Sir Louis, do you want to go ahead and introduce yourself?
Hello, everyone. I am Mr. Luisel and Pedro. You can just call me Louis. I am a public school teacher here in the Philippines for 9 years now. And I am, just like what Sarah said, I'm handling science and research subjects here in our science, technology, and engineering program here in our school. And aside from being a public school teacher here in the Philippines, I am also a content creator for education at Sir Louis TV YouTube channel, where I create video lessons for students and educational technology tutorials for teachers.
Yes, his YouTube channel is really great. It has almost 85,000 subscribers. So make sure you guys go ahead and check it out, and you can really learn something new. So, Sir Louis, do you have any tools and things that you were using before you started using ClassPoint in the classroom for your teachings?
Well, basically here in the Philippines, during the pandemic, since we do not have face-to-face classes here as of the moment, so we are implementing different distance learning delivery modalities. And I am, in particular, as a public school teacher, I am handling online distance learning where we meet our learners or our students through Google Meet or through Zoom or any teleconferencing applications. So for the integration of educational applications in our online distance teaching, we are using varied educational applications like Kahoot. We also use ClassIn. We also use Mentimeter, Quizzes, and a lot more available educational applications. So those are basically the things that I usually use in my daily online classes with my students.
Great. So with all of those extra tools, what kind of led you to begin using ClassPoint?
I started using ClassPoint because I actually discovered ClassPoint through vlogs, through promotional videos in YouTube, and I got curious on how I'm going to use it in my class. So as I initially use ClassPoint, I see that the features that I'm looking for an educational app are all present in this software add-on in Microsoft PowerPoint, and I can use it in varying activities in my class. I can see that whenever I use ClassPoint in my online teaching, I can see that my students are more engaged because the presentation or the lesson becomes more exciting and interactive.
Oh, that's so great. So that, yeah, always good to hear when students are more interactive and engaged in the lesson. Were there any problems in specifically that you guys were trying to solve with this online learning and all these different tools that you found was kind of missing from the in-class learning?
With the problems that we encounter in online distance teaching, most specifically in the Philippines, we have a very, very slow internet connectivity or internet connection. So one of the foremost problem that we encounter is the poor internet connection. So we experience learners dropping out the teleconferencing because sudden loss of internet connection. And another problem that we encounter is that some of the available educational application doesn't have a good user-friendly feature. So it really took us time to give orientation to learners on how to use this, how to use that, how to submit outputs, how to take the quizzes. So basically, those are the two major problems that I personally encounter as an online distance learning teacher. Now, with ClassPoint, so I minimally encounter such problems because ClassPoint is integrated in the Microsoft PowerPoint. So there's no need for me to transfer or to exit my presentation and move from one website to another because it is already embedded in my Microsoft PowerPoint in my presentation in class. And also, it is very user friendly. So there's a very, very minimal orientation with the learners on how to use ClassPoint because you're just going to tell them that go to ClassPoint that app and answer the activity, answer the answer the interactive quizzes that is embedded in my presentation. So I think that is how ClassPoint addressed my problems in terms of online teaching.
That's so great. I was also going to ask you, now that you're using ClassPoint, what do you really love about it? But I feel like that answer also asks, like that your answer to the previous question answered this one too. But if you have anything else to add, you can go ahead. Or
with ClassPoint, there are so many type of activities that you can integrate when using it. So it is not only specific for one subject. So it is not only good for teaching math. It is not only good for teaching arts. It is not only good for teaching English. So it is also good at different types of learning areas. So that is one of the things that I like with ClassPoint. Second, it is user friendly. So we all know that not all teachers are technologically inclined, so they are not all that techy that we call here in the Philippines. So even those who are seasoned in the teaching profession, those who are serving for 20 years, 30 years, 40 years in teaching, so they can easily use ClassPoint because it is very user friendly, it is very navigable. So I think that those are the things that I really like in ClassPoint. Aside from it, the interactive quizzes are also great. We have 5 interactive quizzes where we can integrate varying learning activities. So the imagination is the limit when using interactive quizzes.
Definitely. Yes. Oh, that is so great. So if you had to pick one favorite feature, do you have one?
Actually, that question is really tough because I really love using the interactive quizzes in ClassPoint. But if I'm going to choose one, maybe I will be picking the slide drawing because just like what you mentioned, I'm teaching research and I'm teaching science. So the slide drawing is very used in my presentation because in research I will be showing a paragraph, say for example a part of a research paper. Then I will be asking my learners or research students to have a critic on it, so they can just scribble and annotate the slide. So that is very functional in my subject. And also in science, we have a lot of matching type activity. We have different activities that slide drawing is very useful. So I think among all those interactive quizzes and ClassPoint, that is, I think, one of the thing that I really use more often.
That's great. Yeah, I think slide drawing is one of my favorites. It's just so unique and such a fun way to engage the students in something that hasn't really been done before. So I like that one too. And
I'm going to also sorry. I'm just going to also add the annotation features, the whiteboard, because I'm just like I've said, I'm teaching science. So we also have a topic about physics. So there's a computation, a problem solving. So I can freely explain how to compute this problem, how to solve it. So it is very fun to use. It is very easy and very comfortable on my part as a science teacher.
That's good. That's great. And so would you recommend ClassPoint to some of your other teacher friends, other people?
Yes, definitely. Yes. I am very vocal in for my teachers to use ClassPoint because for the information of everyone, I'm also the officer in charge, department head of the science department in our school. So I'm always telling my teachers or my colleagues to use ClassPoint because it is very useful, it is very interactive, it is very engaging, and it adds excitement and fun in science teaching.
That's great. Oh, I'm so excited that you found a good tool to use in addition to some other ones while you've been online teaching. So those of you watching, if you are not subscribed to Sir Louis TV, you guys can go ahead and do that. And you can stay updated with ClassPoint things and other stuff for your classroom as well. Thank you so much for joining us today for this little interview. It was so great to hear your experience using ClassPoint and how it's worked out in your classroom while online teaching.
Thank you so much, Sarah. Thank you so much, ClassPoint, for having me here.
You're welcome. All right, everyone, if you don't have ClassPoint yet, don't forget to download and install at classpoint.io. We have lots of other tutorials and videos that you can take a look at if you want to learn more. So thank you so much, and we'll see you guys next time.
Thank you. Thank you so much.